Daily markup for EURUSD for Wednesday, the 29th of November. This is the daily chart. The swing structure is bearish. However, the internal structure is bullish. After a break of structure, we know that there's going to be a pullback, and we have now pulled back into a supply zone, what I think is a high probability zone. Why is it a high probability zone? Well, because it flipped this demand zone. When price came here, there was a reaction, and that reaction was actually flipped by this zone. So that makes it a high probability zone, and it ultimately led to the break of structure. Also, when the zone was formed, it swept liquidity. As you can see, there are relatively equal highs here. They were all swept by this, and then it goes down. But what it doesn't have going for it is the fact that this is just a wick. So you really need to question how many orders do we really have here. So we'll see how price really plays out. But I still think that this is a high probability zone. If nothing else, at least we'll have a bit of a pullback, maybe a deepish pullback, if not for the swing trend to continue. So that's as far as the daily is concerned. We are now into this area, and I'm going to be very, very mindful, because I suspect that the lower time frames will definitely be bullish, but I now know that I'm in a high probability supply zone, and price can turn bearish at any time. Moving on to the H4, this is what it looks like. We are obviously bullish because we are playing the internal pullback on the daily. We've had a break of structure, and we have now also tapped into the H4 supply zone, which is nested inside the daily zone, and I'm suspecting that there will now be a reaction. Also, after a break of structure, we can expect a pullback to happen. The first indication that the pullback has commenced is once we have a chalk. We don't have a change of character as of now. This is the latest, if price goes on to break this, then we know that the chalk is in motion. So this is where we are. H4 is bullish. We are expecting a pullback to happen. Moving on to the M15, this is what it looks like. Again, M15 is bullish. We've had a break of structure. Price is kind of pulling back now. I'm thinking that it might come in here and then continue, but I'm also mindful of the fact that we are now in the daily supply, and we have also tapped into the H4 supply, and I'm also aware of the fact that on the H4 a pullback is expected any minute now, or well, not any minute, but a pullback is expected because you had an extended run. And that's pretty much it. So once London opens, which is in about an hour and 7 minutes from now, I would suspect that price will start pulling down. We do have some news today at 1300 and at 1330. So let's be careful, and let's just wait for price action to develop and see how things go. Yesterday, if you recall, this is let me just go back here, and let me just go into the M5. So yesterday, if you recall, we had said that price will kind of come down and go up, and that's exactly what happened. I did take in two trades. One was a loss and one was a win. Let me just quickly show you what happened and how I took those trades. So price came into this zone, and I said if I see a clear liquidation, then I'm going to enter, and this is what really happened. We actually went on to sweep this zone. Yeah, that's where the sweep happened. So once the sweep happened, I was very much interested in putting a stop order so that we can jump in. So initially my stop order was here with my stop loss a few pips below this. Then the next candle actually took this low. So I then placed an order here just above this, a stop order, a buy stop, and put my stop loss below this. And the next candle actually tagged me in, and we continued, and I lost. And continuing further, we came into this zone, which was another zone, a little high probability zone. And when this happened, I was again very much interested, and I will now jump into the M1 to just show you what my model looks like. Of course, I didn't really play it like that, but notwithstanding, this is what happened. Let me just shift this up. So as you can see, we came into this zone, and then there was a breakout from here, and this is the fake break. The low that caused this movement, which caused this chalk, this actually got swept. So this to me was a very good liquidation, and after that very good liquidation, the price actually went up with a lot of momentum, and this area is what is the point before the liquidation that I was waiting to get liquidated. Let me mark this as the PBL. So price came in here, it reacted, and then it went up. So if I see a reaction like this, I would definitely enter here with my stop loss a little below this, and target maybe like a 3R. That should be sufficient. So I knew that this was a trade I had to take, but I did not. And then later when this actually happened, and I did not take it again to tell you that because I had already suffered a loss, so therefore I was a little skeptical and I hesitated. But notwithstanding, so we go on, and we actually come into this zone. If I just draw this, this was the zone that we were actually looking at, and price actually comes in here, and then it starts to go up. And when this happened, that's when I said, all right, I'm going to put a stop loss above this, and if it goes beyond this, I shall just cover my I'll make an entry here, a buy stop, and then play for a 3R on this. And this is what actually happened, and price then went up, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And I actually didn't even play like a 3R, which was I think somewhere here, but I got out at I think 1.8 or something. So anyway, so that's what it is. This is where let me just yeah, so this is where I kind of, not even 1.9 but 1.8 something, yeah, so somewhere here. So that's one loss and one win, but yeah, that's where we are. So we'll just wait for London to open and then see how it goes. Happy trading.